Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and once again it is time for a max effort upper day. But a quick reminder for those of you who watch these videos, please remember to click like down below. It would be greatly appreciated. So, I actually wasn't super happy with this or my last ME workout. I went up to 342 on this bar for a close grip. This bar is a tiny bit harder than a regular bar, maybe. And the 342 felt as heavy as a 365 with a power bar a couple weeks ago. So I'm not happy about that, and I really felt the triceps fighting me a lot. And looking at it, I don't think what I've been doing the last couple weeks is working compared to what I was doing the weeks before, and that was floor pressing, JM presses, tons and tons of band press downs. That's what got that close grip up to 365. I'm aware I'm not gaining weight now that I've lost a couple pounds at this point, intentionally, but we shouldn't be seeing 23 pounds lighter feeling just as heavy, right? That wasn't a true max. I left a little in the tank, but neither was that 365, and it felt real similar. I couldn't tell them apart. So, and I should be able to. So I really need to go back to, what was working over a month ago, to build the new tissue to get that bench back up. And I need to stop the stuff of saying, well, I can do this with the McDonald bar, the cambered bar. I can do these skull crushers, because as soon as I started doing the skull crushers and taking some of the other stuff out, I'm not seeing quite the same results. The floor pressing really helps me a lot. Okay. Also the front delt work, doing some extra delt work. So instead of front raises though, today I went ahead and did laterals. But this has really been the bread and butter movements, floor pressing, jam presses, tons of high rep band press downs. Throwing in some delt work has really been the recipe on conjugate to get that benching to climbing. So we need to stick it out. And I think, sure, if I want to mess with some other grips, hey, the McDonald bar probably be really good. I don't think it can compete with floor press for me personally. And it's not an issue of hypertrophy. It's not enough hypertrophy in the right spots. Not getting the exact joint angle specificity that I need, And again, I noticed that while I really, really feel the skull crushers in my triceps, it's all lateral head. I feel so much lateral head, but when I went to bench today and I hit that heavy single, I felt the medial head, long head, the stuff that these other movements hit. It's really where I need to be putting the work. So we did floor pressing, 3 sets of 10, and then we did 5 sets of the JM floor presses, right? 5 sets of 10. So going back to the things right at that point that really helped, possibly I might even need to add more volume again on those band press downs, right? I felt like today and, the last workout, they're pretty much at the limits of the volume. But again, I ran that phase of doing even more work on those, right? We did more work, did more volume. What happened? Benching went up every single week. Okay, went up every single week. So if anything, if I'm going to do even more volume, I might want to consider scaling back the JM presses just a hair. Focus on getting really strong on 3 good sets, and then come in and do 8, 9, 10 sets of the band downs. Because again, as long as we get the tension to build on this, and then we get all that volume and the tendon health, we're in a good place, right? We're in a good place. So, I have either option. I could do 5 and 5 of each, or I could take it up higher and do more volume with the other, right? Make sure the triceps are getting that restoration work, getting that lockout strength, getting the tendon health. And then that way I can just work on getting real heavy on the JMs and on the floor presses for sets of 10. Continuing to do the one-arm dumbbell rows, I really like these. Right? I feel the back activation, the bicep activation, forearm grip, everything is phenomenal on these. Bumped the weight a hair, went with 100 pounds today. Actually, I went with 95, and I realized it was a hair below what I need to be doing. So I went ahead and bumped it to 100 pounds. All right, so the next 4 sets we did 100. And yeah, it seems to be doing the trick as a primary back exercise, and even bicep and grip. Right, it's helping all those things. And I'm definitely noticing I look thick when I do these. Right, we look pretty thick. We can tell I've put on some gains. Right, I've gotten bigger since the last meet. And I see nonsense with people talking about comparing me to other people. Guys, I've gotten stronger. Keep in mind, we didn't even max on the deadlift on the last 2 meets. Okay, we didn't max on it. Gotten stronger. Really, I'm at a point where I just need to water cut successfully. All right, I've got to make weight. At this point, if I could just keep the best lifts I have had in training, if I can just replicate those training maxes at the lighter body weight, I am so far in the clear of where I need to be that it's not even funny. I mean, really, that's going to be the name of the game here. Trimming down, making weight, and then probably not doing another real bulk again for quite some time. Try to do a little minor bulks and cuts down at the slightly lighter weight. Might be the way to go. If I want to go hard, I'm going to need to do the 220. But I'm not going to lie, the more muscle I gain, the scarier the idea of competing at 198 is. And what it simply comes down to is, even in my age class, I'm almost too tall for the weight class. Right? And people don't grasp that. They're like, well, you're not massive 6'3" or anything. I'm like, I know I'm not. I'm still too tall for the weight class. It's just why I have to go so hard in the water cuts. People forget that weight classes are height classes in disguise, or they represent your ability to get really lean and cut water. Realistically, 220 and even the 242 are where guys my height tend to dominate. Right, but I've got to get even thicker. I've got to get really thick to do that. So after the 1-arm dumbbell rows, we did 3 sets of 15 on inverted rows, and this time I just used a regular bar. I didn't want to fatigue my grip as much because I'm going to try to deadlift tomorrow, so I'm going to pass on the axle bar. I don't want to have any grip problems. I'm probably going to do a deficit pull of some type tomorrow. Most likely what we're going to do. But these felt good. Get a couple more reps than I can with the axle bar. I can do more reps with a closer grip. I think I can, at least, if I recall. But I really want to make sure I'm hitting those rear delts and everything hard, so I want a little bit of a wider grip. And it seems like it's almost more taxing on my grip with the wide grip. So we did these, and then we do dumbbell lateral raises. And I did 5 sets of 10 with 30-pound dumbbells. So we did the 30s instead of 28s. Felt good. A lot of shoulder activation, good pump everywhere. Yeah, because I need the delt work, and these do work the front delts. But yeah, the more I look at it, I could use the extra delt work again. Haven't been doing quite as much the last couple weeks. Could it be a factor in the bench not feeling ideal, particularly doing closed grip? Possibly. Could be regressing there here. So I need to keep the delts potentially growing. Right, and this does it. And this is a good stimulus to fatigue ratio movement. I really like the upright rows, but again, they do put some fatigue on the low back as the weight goes up, and I have to use a heavy weight on them at this point. The dumbbells, I don't. Right, 30 pounds a hand, not a big deal. Minimal axial loading. And they work the entire shoulder girdle. All 3 heads of the delt, upper traps. And since it's working all 3 heads, we are getting that front delt. We're getting the front delt that we need. So, again, nice little valuable exercise right now. And I've been doing a little bit of band work the last day or so, rear delt work with bands, some pull aparts and stuff. So again, delts should be hopefully back in the growing process again. And then we finished up with all these high rep band press downs. All right. And we got at least 35 reps on every set. I think I got as many as 45 on one set. But again, what's the name of the game with these? Building tendons, getting a pump, building that lockout strength. Okay, because we get the deeper stretch with the JM press, right? This gives us our lockout strength. Gives us extra training volume, extra hypertrophy. Again, great for building the tendons. And I feel like I got a lot out of these. I feel like these built the base I needed again for my triceps and my elbow health again in this last phase. They worked wonders for me. They need to stay, right? They need to stay. And I feel like the work capacity in just a workout or so is coming back up on them already. But they're going to be instrumental in building all my supplemental work up, building the triceps up, and doing so in a way that is good for my joints so that I can continue to make progress on all the accessory work that I need to build my bench and to continue to build my bench. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.